You know, this just isn't going to work. Not for a review video. Hang on. That's better. All right, guys, let's talk about it. This is the 106 Sportsman paddle version from Old Town. I'll link the specs. They'll be on the screen. But let's talk about it, front to back. Okay, up front, not a molded in handle, but good handle. We got our drain plug. We got our hatch. Really easy hatch. And one of the nice things about the Old Town hatch, just to be perfectly honest here, got a good seal around the inside, and then it's raised right here. So it's very, very hard for water intrusion to happen on these Old Towns. Very difficult for that. Get that back. It does take some ability to get that down, and you can do a one-hand closure on that. All right. Old Town also includes a stand assist bar, or stand assist strap, not a bar. And one of the things I really like about the Old Towns is their premium foot pedals. They're angled. You can kind of tell they're not just the cheaper ones. So when you compare it to like the Crescent up there, you know, it's got a premium foot pedal with premium adjustment. Got pads in the floor. Going back to the seat, you've got a high-low seating option. Now, the high seating option on the Old Town is not as high as some other boats, but let me tell you, it makes a difference, and the boat is still extremely stable in that high position. You have a forward-facing rod holder right here. You have two cup holders on either side, and you have a 3600 box holder right there. You can get two of them in there pretty easily. Not to mention, good amount of underseat storage, rod stagers. That rod stager comes all the way back there, lines up with that. You can kind of see the rod stagers line up with both of these indentations right here. So you got rod stagers underneath. You have a soft plastics pocket on the side and that second cup holder. Now, swing around to the back here. Let's talk about this back from the back perspective. Okay, so the back. Single handle here, which I really like the orientation of this handle. It just makes for a really good grab angle, if you will. Now, the one thing about Old Town in the Sportsman series that I really like, I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. Okay, guys, like I said, one of the things about Old Town that I like is you notice that this comes back to a single keel. Okay, this is kind of important because you notice the double U-hull that you see up in there that makes this boat really stable, it kind of disappears as it comes back to the back and it comes into this single keel. It's one of the ways that Old Town keeps this boat, even though it's a stable boat and it's only 10.5 feet, it keeps it from, you know, walking. It keeps it a very seriously tracking boat. So one of the things Old Town does that I really like. Now let's get into this massive tank well if we can. Okay, this thing's huge. You notice I've got the bungee undone right here. So you could still keep a crate forward right there. So you can still keep a crate right there and still have all of this bungee area back here. Now, let me show you this from a perspective, just having a single crate back here. Okay, so we're going to put a single crate back in here. This is just a simple milk crate we have around the shop. And as you can see, simple milk crate. And that's, I mean, it's literally molded to keep that single milk crate right there. So this is a Yak Gear milk crate that we've had around the shop forever. I personally had this. It's got an old Plano crate liner in it. But just to give you an idea, and you still got a lot of room behind there. So that's with a standard crate. Let's do something a little bit bigger. Okay, guys, here you go. Here's a flambeau crate. So once again, bigger crate. We've got it in there sideways. I've had this crate forever. But as you can see, the bungee clasp is still behind it. And you could still adjust this bungee clasp. One of the nice things about the Flambeau crate. But fits in there just fine. I've got it tethered down. And there's some more tether points you can go. But just to give you an idea, this boat can take a lot of room. So right now, this boat would technically have the ability to carry 7 rods. So once again, a versatile back end for sure. Okay, guys, as you can see, the scupper hole right here up front nicely leads down to the transducer mount, which is a removable transducer mount. Very nice, works with all your major manufacturers, also works for down imaging and side imaging. Nice and protected up in there. The removability makes it really easy to rig it. These are particularly designed around Humminbird because of Johnson Outdoors, but they work with just about all the major manufacturers. And I'm about to show you my Topwater 106 PDL. Nice thing about Johnson is all of these are the same. Spacing's the same on all these boats. The mount's the same. As you can see, I've got a Lowrance here. It's clears and everything. So it works nice well. The other thing is Johnson puts this little skid plate ahead of where the transducer's at, just for that little bit of added protection for when you mount your electronics underneath your boat. This is really cool in a kayak of this particular. Okay, let's go in depth on the spec here. So this is the 10.5. So it's 10.5 feet long. It's 34.5 wide. So it is actually wider than than the 120 counterpart. This boat says assembled boat weight 81 pounds. Guys, I'm here to tell you, I picked this up and put it on the stands myself this morning. 81 pounds, maybe fully assembled with the bag. I mean, this thing, I don't believe it's 81 pounds, but that's what Old Town claims. Total weight capacity of 440 pounds and a usable weight capacity of 359. Now let's talk about exactly what that means. So that is, the usable boat weight is what Old Town calls the boat with just they minus the boat weight and then they call it a usable capacity. I can tell you guys, I've been using this since this boat was the Topwater, and you can easily put 400 pounds in this boat and not push water through the scuppers. So that's what their usable capacity means. So anyway, that's a look at it, guys. Now, just as kind of a bonus footage, since you've stuck around this long in the video, and if you have, think about giving this video a like. It really helps out the channel and helps us out. And a subscription would be really awesome if you find this kind of content helpful and you want to see more of this content in the future. But now, let's see what this boat would look like. Super cool. Boom. You notice we even incorporated the bungees to hold in the black pack. Nice thing about H24 Outdoors, guys, we got that tackle shop inside. We got everything you need to make your boat look just like this.